Warm it up. Warm it up. All right, speed it up.
When did we cross the border? Like California ate Mexico.
Now we scheming our way into college.
But then you hear the first one. Like,
Poetry to me is just gets to just express your feelings in so many different ways. No matter how you want it, there's no wrong or right answer.
That was awesome.
So cool.
That was from last year's event. I had no idea you had video.
Yeah, we have video too. So perhaps you know him as Stu from the movie Scream or Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo films. Now he's Dean on the NBC series Good Girls. Matthew Lillard has been in the show business since he was very young.
He has gone from child actor to child advocate, and Matthew is here now to talk to us about 5JammaSlamma, which is so cool if you just saw that video, which helps foster youth unleash their creativity. So we appreciate all that you have done and continue to do. So you are the organizer.
Yeah, I was at an event, and my wife and I are philanthropic in Pasadena.
Yeah.
And I received some award about being a philanthropic actor. And I sat on stage to receive this award, and I felt like a sham. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. And I was at this conference called Hatch, and I had like this crazy vision about bringing slam poetry to the kids in the foster care system.
So these kids don't normally have sort of the access to sort of the help and the creativity. I mean, gosh, they're just looking for a home at the end of the day.
These kids have nothing.
So what does the event do? You teach them, or you allow them, you give them a platform to be able to showcase how creative they are?
Yeah, so this is our second iteration, the second year we've done it. The first year we had them for 1 week. And in that week we gave them mentors every day, and we taught them the power of creativity and poetry. At the end of the week, we had a party, like this big downtown loft, and I invited 100 people, and like people came to celebrate their work.
And we have video from last year's event, so we can roll it.
This is the video we shot during the course of the week.
Okay.
So this year what we did, and what we did is I went out and I partnered with this incredible woman named Kat McGill in Say Word. And she helps to organize the kids in the poetry. I bring in the mentors, and then we threw this party. Then this year, the big difference is that we had another organization come in called Engaging the Senses.
Yeah.
And they saw what we did through the video, and they gave us a handful of money to throw another party, because the party was awesome. And they're like, well, here's a pocket full of money to go through this party. And I said to them, I was like, I appreciate that. It's amazing. I'd rather take that money, give it to Kat and Say Word, and teach these kids poetry all year round.
So these are kids that, they don't have a platform for their voice. But you realize like how creative like the youth are, and like this untapped sort of energy and creativity that they have.
Look, the stories that these kids have, their journey is horrific by any standard.
Right.
And so we believe that, this idea of like poetry being for dead white guys, that there is this slam world that becomes a tool of alchemy to take the tragedy in their lives and turn it into these beautiful moments of art and poetry and joy. And it's slam, so it's relevant, and it's fly, and they're having a ton of fun, and we bring beatbox artists and dancers that pop and lock, and we bring in these world-renowned slam poets. So it's Sekou Andrews and Steve Connell, and Kealoha Wong came out from Florida. Not Florida, from Hawaii. He's the poet laureate from Hawaii to work with the kids.
Wow.
And we're gonna drop all of it on one night only event. We have 200 people coming to a downtown warehouse. We ask for no money. We just ask you to come and witness these kids and their work and become advocates for foster care everywhere and these kids.
And let me ask you on a very personal note, because you have 3 kids yourself.
1,000 children.
I was gonna say this is.
It feels like 1,000.
This has got to be not only a special day, but do you get emotional?
Oh, I will tell you right now. Even just talking about
you're like, I lost it last year.
Like I get look, their journey, these kids are, you want to hold them and hug them all.
Yeah.
And when they start to take their story, which is as a parent, it breaks your heart.
Yeah.
And you see them use that and drop it in a beat and drop it on and spit.
Yeah.
And they spit as they spit as teams. So they come up and they do a girl piece, a young girl piece, and like, we are strong, we are powerful. It doesn't matter about my past, the things that come out of them are these like just butterflies. And
It's
you're
probably
like,
cathartic, you know. For a
oh
lot of
yeah,
them,
and you're
to-
you're a translate. It's a piece of. alchemy.
So you came in here. We of course everybody started asking about Scream. You
Sure,
said it
yeah,
was
yeah.
like is it really 30 years ago? Is what
No,
you said?
no, it's not 30 years.
What-
We
how-
had our 20-year anniversary was.
There you are.
90. I think 90. Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Look at you there.
It's terrible. And look at there's
Terrible.
that handsome
Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah, I mean, if I walk down this, if I go into my Instagram right now, there's somebody like, I love you in Scream.
I'm telling
like,
you,
dude,
you rolled
it
up
was-
and I'm like, you and Tatum.
Yes. Right? And what's so funny is that, people are like, what happened to Lillard? I'm like, yo, it was 28 years ago. I'm 22 years older.
Right.
That's what happened to Lillard.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
old.
telling us there won't be any sort of reboot or anything like that with you.
Oh my goodness.
Look,
Wow.
unless they have old man murder. No,
I don't know.
I think that Kevin, not Kevin Williamson, but Wes was the core of that.
Right.
And God bless his heart.
Yeah.
They did 4.
Yeah,
So.
for sure.
You keep in touch with the cast and stuff like that?
I
Most
do.
of
I
them?
mean, I see Skeet all the time. I'm in touch with Nev. I mean, it's that thing where, your family. We did it as kids. There was no
Yeah.
expectation that it was going to be anything else other than just another kind of cheap horror movie.
Right.
And it ended up being a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
So when you see them, there's this love and sort of affinity for each other.
So I have another question about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
this event.
I like
that's
it.
coming
We're
up.
talking about me. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, well, so the other thing is, okay, so it's sort of a private event, but the other point that I want to drive home is that people can still get involved. I'm sure that some of these organizations that you talked about need volunteers, like 5 Acres, Say Word,
100%.
Engage in the Census. I mean, that is something they always lack.
Well, first and foremost, the foster community, there are kids everywhere around the world that need your support and need your love. So there's always opportunity to go to a foster care like 5 Acres in North Pasadena to do great work. Engaging the Census is an incredible organization that donates money to mindfulness and poetry, so you can check them out online. But sayword.org and Kat McGill is bringing poetry to disenfranchised kids in school populations everywhere. Sayword.org is changing the lives of kids, and it's one woman in her house, like trying to shift the narrative. For
Everybody
these kids
tries to
everywhere.
do their part.
Yes, and you're affecting change.
Matt, thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
I love your
thank you.
shirt, by the
Yeah.
way.
Oh, but this is our shirt. Yeah, this is our.
Hey,
this is
there's
our
the
shirt.
event, April the 21st. Again, it's invite only, but as Matthew was saying, anybody can get involved. Really easy out there because there's a lot of foster kids that need help.
Right on.
We appreciate it.
Thank
We'll
you
be right
for
back.
sharing. Yeah.
High five.
High five Thursday. What's up, Folios? Oh! Double up. I don't know what's happening here.
Thank you. That was
Yeah,
great.
you're welcome. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Stu.